Hey team, it's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing great. It's the Forrest Sherman video, yes. Before we begin, I want to shout out and thanks all those subscribed to the channel, all those supporters that are getting us to our goals. Our next goal is 500 subscribers, and we're growing pretty quickly. We appreciate all that you do. And again, thank you, and we're having a blast in what we're doing right here. So hey, okay, enough about us. Let's talk about the Forrest Sherman. Now, this is the destroyer I've actually been looking forward to, and I actually got a glimpse of it. Now, unfortunately, I'm not a tester or anything. I don't really have access to this ship. But while I was playing with the Vampire, which I'll do a review later, but when I was in it, I didn't realize there was a Forrest Sherman in the game. So you know what? I elected to cap, B, do my job, and then I head over to the Forrest Sherman and become a wingman and just cover him and help him out. And kind of actually at the same time get a free peek and look at the Forrest Sherman, what it can do. So for those of you that don't know, I already have another video out showing what this thing is, but there are tons of videos out there already talking about, you know, what it is. It's basically a tier 10 premium destroyer with, you know, small little torpedo tubes, only 4 torpedoes, I believe, total, as well as the bread and butter. It's a gunboat, which I love, the gunboat style destroyer. It has basically fast-firing sap shell guns. So it's 127 millimeter HE or sap shells. I can look at that. You can tell he's shooting right now because you can see the red tracer fire. But look at this. Look at this rate of fire. 1.5 second reload on each. Now they're only single barrel, kind of similar to the guns of I would say like an Austin or I believe like an Annapolis secondaries or something. But there's only single barrel versions of it on this thing. But you can see the reload on it is a 1.5 seconds base. Now that's not even building into, you know, all the AR and Fearless Brawler and all those other things, but pretty awesome firepower. Just look at this thing light up. Again, it's kind of like a gearing style maybe class, but I don't really know much of the classes, but it looks similar, not exactly like a gearing, but it's a tier 10 American destroyer. So it's finally, we haven't seen a new one in a long time, I believe. I don't think there is been a new tier 10 American destroyer, but I've been waiting for this. As well as I did a video saying, hey, you know what? It'd be cool to make the gearing stronger if it had hydro. Well, hydroacoustic search is now on this thing. It's a 5-kilometer hydro. Now you're starting to see a lot of these destroyers have these things nowadays. Like the Vampire I'm in right now has a 5-kilometer hydro. It's a very useful and effective tool, especially if you have smoke. And again, as you can tell, the Forrest Sherman, like the Vampire, has smoke. Unfortunately, it's not a crawling smoke, I believe. I think it's just the standard American style smoke. And look, you can see him shooting HE as well, but look at the rate of fire compared to mine. I mean, he is getting almost similar amounts of rate of fire. It seems kind of okay, not bad. And poor Montana, he's just getting blapped and whacked by all of us right now. But I digress. The Forrest Sherman has that HE capability. As you can see, fast firing there as well as sap. And I make a mistake right here. And this is where I take myself out of the game. I go, ouch, boom, owie. Good thing I had it built for, you know, survivability. And oh my gosh, I hope I don't hit this one. The Forrest Sherman says, well done, ha ha ha. Yeah, but now, you know what? I'm not going to risk myself getting killed again. And I will just basically provide support, cover, smoke, and you know, spotting for everybody else. So that's what I do. Now, again, you don't have to kill yourself to not be useful. You can always continue spotting, launch torpedoes, and really help out another teammate, especially with crawling smoke, as you're going to see in a minute here. You know what? In order to stay close to the Forrest Sherman, I offer my smoke, and he hides in it and moves along with me. But again, the Forrest Sherman, it is going to be available for coal. I believe it's coming soon, maybe the next patch release or so, maybe another month or two. It could be released next week or something at the new update. I don't know. Who knows? I don't get all this info. But really, what is the Forrest Sherman really good at? I think what you're seeing it right now is just this long sap spamming or firing from smoke, or really supporting and being a good destroyer hunter. I think it's going to excel really well in the destroyer hunter phase. You're going to see that later. It's going to wipe out a destroyer easily. No big deal. But what other things are good about it? Now, look at, you get an example of the torpedo. So I wanted to look at this and let you guys see. It only shoots 2 per side. And here's the other catch. The torpedo tubes are fixed, which means you can't move them. I mean, the only way to move them or aim them is move the entire ship altogether. And you can see for the video yourselves, I don't know how useful and effective they were, because I don't think he hit anything with them, but he was really focused more on the guns. Now look at the guns right there. Single barrel, 127 millimeters, 1.5 reload base. And just look at see how, I don't know how he built his ship, but just look at the rate of fire before I No, don't kill us here. I'll just try to dodge. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I turned that way. Alright, just look at the rate of fire on this bad boy right here. Now, he's using my smoke, a great tactic with the Vampire. I like it. This is pretty awesome, by the way. And he is just laying into town on somebody right here. Let's see. Okay, the Annapolis. So I think at the end of the day, he does wipe out this Annapolis, you know, almost by himself. But that just shows you, look at the rate of fire of this thing. This is incredible. I'm actually looking forward to this thing. I mean, I'm actually wanting to see how, look at that. Look how pretty it looks. It's not really a gearing looking style of destroyer. It's close to an American style. I mean, just looking at it, you're like, yeah, this is an American DD. Yeah, it looks good. But look at the rate of fire on that thing. It's beautiful. I like destroyers with high rates of fire. It's really terrifying thing to see, especially if it's just shooting from smoke, like my crawling smoke here from the Vampire. And you can just see, man, he is just... Now, the arcs are kind of horrendous here. They're not like flat arcs, kind of like what I've seen in the Soviet-style destroyers. I wish they were a little bit more, less arcy, if you will, but more direct, more flat. And you can see these sap shells. Look, he's at 3,200. He's taking a couple, one hit there. Wow, that's take some significant damage. St. Louis is just like, this sucks. And it's just non-stop, you know, sap spamming here. It is pretty scary to deal with. And can the Forrest Sherman get him? I'm not sure, but a couple other things about it. It does have, I believe it does have an engine boost. So again, another just standard American destroyer speed, you know, aspect of it. They say that the Forrest Sherman is built for an AA platform in history, because it actually does exist. That it was more designed for AA, and I'm kind of curious to see, will this AA be anything comparable to the you know, Holland or something? Because we definitely need some kind of AA in the game, because right now, man, with the Nakamov and everything, it is just rough to just go against, especially when a carrier can like do the, ooh, there he goes, finally. It's very difficult to have these skip bombers just take half your health off on a DD, so it's, you got to have some kind of something to counteract these CVs. But again, I digress. Forrest Sherman, turning abilities, I really didn't see him turn much. He was going pretty much slow and kind of walking his shells onto the target mostly. I think it's more focused on just kind of like you're seeing right now, arc spamming. And he really didn't maneuver much. I figure it's kind of just similar, maybe like a gearing and just kind of just standard turns, standard speed and so forth. It's got the engine boost, so nothing really cosmic about the maneuverability. It's a DD. The biggest one I'm really excited about is about the fact that it has hydro. Now, you couple that with my build right now with the Vampire, where you got RDF, or is it called RPF, RDF? I forgot. But basically, the radio location finder, which shows you the closest target. So if you put that on a Vampire or put that on a Forrest Sherman and start hunting DDs down, especially with the hydro and smoke, that's the crucial part right there. That thing is going to be scary. I mean, you're going to have a destroyer that shoots really high rate of fire sap, that has 5-kilometer hydro, that can shoot from smoke at the same time. I have my other video about this. It talks about that, me and a druid attacking a Forrest Sherman in that configuration. And I said that's the biggest counter for a druid, because our hydro is only 3 kilometers, while the Forrest Sherman has the advantage of a 5-kilometer hydro. So you got 5 kilometers of detection while in smoke, so something's got to charge you basically at it, all while you're shooting sap or HE at it at a high rate of fire. So that's going to be the tactic I see in this. To counter the Sherman, you're pretty much going to have to radar it or really charge it, because its torpedoes are useless, in my opinion. I see those other 2 torpedoes launched out there. What are the odds of you thinking that hitting that ship? I mean, it's pretty low, especially you got a low volume of them. The reload isn't that great on the Forrest Sherman for the torpedoes. I think it's maybe in the realm of about a minute plus. So it's still a high reload, especially for only 2 torpedoes. I mean, does the high reload rate mean that somehow the crew doesn't know how to load a torpedo tube or something, that it takes forever? And boom, there goes the Annapolis. He goes down. Forgive me, I thought the Sherman took him out, but actually he took out the St. Louis instead. So what other cool things I like about it? Again, this is all about, you're just going to see him sailing, and I won't bore you to death in this. I'll fast forward it, but yeah, he's pretty much just going to go out and spot and find the Shimakaze. This game is pretty much over. I hope that you got to see a little bit of it. Now let me fast forward a little bit here. And fast forwarding now, you can see he's pretty much game's over, and he's attacking the Shimakaze. I asked the team, hey, can you guys let, you know, the Forrest Sherman attack the Shimakaze? They're kind of similar health. Let's see how they do against each other. And obviously, a Shimakaze is not a gunboat; it's a torpedo boat, so this is kind of one-sided. But let's just see how he does, how fast he can wipe off a Shimakaze, full rate of fire here. and with AR and everything kicking in. Let's see if he actually, I don't know what he built, but I'm assuming he has AR on it. And look at him fire. There it goes. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look how terrifying that is. Boom, 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 boom. Well, not even a competition. So, yeah, the Forrest Sherman. I'm looking forward to it. It's available for coal soon. Save up your coal. High rate of fire gunboat. Not a very good DD boat. That's my opinion. It's kind of like a new Tier 10 American, but I do like the fact that it has hydro and smoke. Again, appreciate all the supporters of the channel. Like, subscribe, bell button below. We're on our way to 500 subscribers. Until next time, you guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, your comments below, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.